I want to ask you a question. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, what happened to me? Not because you've gotten older, but because somewhere along the way you stopped feeling like yourself. Maybe you're exhausted all the time. Maybe you've gained weight that won't come off. Maybe your joints hurt. Maybe your stomach feels bloated after meals. Maybe your mind feels foggy and you can't remember why you walked into a room. Maybe your doctor tells you everything looks normal, but deep down, you know something isn't quite right because you simply don't feel alive anymore. Here's what breaks my heart. You see, we've been taught that this is just part of getting older. And I don't believe that. I think we've accepted feeling bad as normal, and normal has become dangerous. Just because something is common doesn't mean it's normal. You were created for more than merely than just surviving each day. When I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, I honestly thought my body had betrayed me. I dealt with pain, I dealt with bleeding, fatigue, fear, and uncertainty. I remember wondering if this was simply going to be my life forever. But looking back, I realized my body wasn't betraying me at all. It was communicating with me. It was asking for help. Think about this. If the check engine light came on in your car, would you cover it up with black tape and keep driving? Wouldn't you want to know what caused it? Yet that's exactly what so many of us do with our health. We ignore the fatigue, we ignore the bloating, we ignore the cravings, we ignore the poor sleep, we ignore the anxiety, we ignore the inflammation. We keep pushing until one day our body forces us to stop. What if your symptoms aren't your enemy? What if they're actually your body's way of asking you to pay attention? Your body isn't trying to ruin your life, it's trying to protect it. You see, one of the biggest discoveries in health over the last several years is that your gut isn't just where food gets digested. It communicates with your brain. It influences your immune system. It plays a role in inflammation. It helps you regulate blood sugar. It even produces compounds that influence mood and overall well being. That's why you can't separate your digestive health from the rest of your body. Everything is connected. Sometimes what looks like five different problems, fatigue, brain fog, cravings, digestive issues, and inflammation, is really one foundation that's been ignored. We become experts on treating individual symptoms while missing the bigger picture. Let me challenge you with something. I don't believe most people are struggling because they lack willpower. I think people already carry enough guilt. They don't need another diet telling them to try harder. Think about it. If your blood sugar crashes every afternoon, is it really surprising that you crave sugar? If you're sleeping 4 or 5 hours a night, is it shocking that you don't feel like exercising? If inflammation makes every joint ache, is it because you're lazy or is your body asking for support? We've spent years blaming our character when sometimes we should have been supporting our physiology. That shift changed the way I look at health forever. This is where my faith comes in. You see, I believe God designed our bodies with an incredible ability to heal, adapt, and recover. That doesn't mean life is perfect, and it doesn't mean every health challenge disappears. But I do believe we were called to be faithful stewards of the body that God has given us. That's why my mission isn't simply gut health. Gut health is the doorway, but it's not the destination. My mission is to help people feel great and live called. Because you see, it's hard to pursue your purpose when you're exhausted every day. It's hard to hear God's direction when your mind is clouded by brain fog. It's hard to serve your family and your community when you're barely surviving yourself. Health isn't the destination. Health prepares you to live the life God created you with. So tonight, instead of asking yourself, what's wrong with me? I want you to pause and ask yourself a better question. Ask yourself, what is my body trying to tell me? Maybe your body has been whispering for years, and tonight you're finally listening. If the message encouraged you, type the word reset in the comments below or send me a private message. I'll send you my free guide that walks you through the principles that help change my life. And if you know someone who's tired all the time, struggling with bloating, inflammation, or brain fog, please share this video with them. Someone you love may believe feeling bad is simply part of getting older. when they may actually just need a better foundation. Remember this: you were created to feel great so you can live called.